Hello, and to another part of Skater Tech. This time we're doing Old Downtown, the first level. Before we get straight into the level though, we have an intro sequence, so let's go ahead and check that one out, shall we? So here is downtown, looks pretty nice, and here are our two main characters. The only, characters that we can play as. And yes, it just happened. This just happened. And because there's no dialogue, I can talk freely because it's all text. Yep, they couldn't afford voice actors. And yes, this is our main villain of the game. So what does he do? Kidnaps the other playable character. I'm not kidding. Once you begin Old Downtown, the other playable character you had is now locked off from you forever until you complete the game. Yes, this is actually happening. And we suck too hard to even try and save her. Yes, this is Virus. And Virus doesn't want to actually kill us, but he does want to fuck with us by stealing our friend and having us do a number of challenges, because we gotta prove that we're a cool skater, I guess. And so, to give us just the game, he gives us 3 referees. And this is where you're gonna find out why I put part 1 at the end of the title for this title. You know, this part, it's not actually a whole level. There's a game medal here. Every time we complete all the challenges for one referee, one piece of that medal is put on. We need all 3 pieces of the medal in order to complete the level. And there are a lot of challenges in this game. So, here's the thing. Every part is going to deal with a referee. Yes, this entire part, the length you're seeing right now, is just one referee time. And for the most part, it's going to be exploring the old downtown area and looking for quite a lot of things. First of all is our first challenge of the game, the dragonflies. So as you can see, we have to collect some dragonflies that are hanging around at this place, but also, you might notice those force fields over there. The force field's actually being generated by these fucking things. And we can't do anything about that, so we have to stay in the area. Luckily, this is pretty easy. You know, you go around collecting the dragonflies. You also have a map in the start button, you know, press stop button, you have a map, which is nice. But there's also the Adrenalin packs. This is where you're gonna struggle. If you're going for 100%, this is where you're gonna have a hard time with the game. And also, if you're trying to 100% it, you need all 3 medals, which requires you to do a number of things. As you saw there, that was being fast enough for the challenge. I got 20 seconds, which means 3 medals. The requirements don't tell you ever until you reset the challenge after you complete it. So, that's nice. But yes, we have to go and collect all the medals, all 200 medals, and we also have to collect all the Adrenalin packs. That isn't the only thing we'll be doing, but for the most part, that is the gist of what we'll be doing the entire game. There are a few other things to do, and you'll find out what they are pretty soon because I'll be showing you that. But as you can see, we have a 10 there. But you can see that there's more than 10 Adrenalin packs. Yeah. The number of Adrenalin packs there are in every level, which is only 3 levels in the entire game, is 200. There are 600 Adrenalin packs in the entire game. And not only that, but there are 200 game, like, normal medals in the entire game too. The medals required for unlocking characters and continuing on through the game. So, yeah, there's a lot to do, but there's a lot of collectibles to find. And the first level is going to be the level where you'll struggle the most when it comes to the collectible thing. This is definitely one of the differences between a Tony Hawk game and this game, the collectibles. And this is also where the fun will die for you if you're going for 100%. Yeah, the side missions. I think it's now time to explain this shit. There are a lot of side missions. They're usually the same thing. It'll either deal with collecting all of these Adrenalin packs, or gain a certain amount of score, or gain a big combo. You know, the usual stuff for a skating game is usually the score and the combo thing. But there's a few other things as well, and you'll find it in the pause menu on the very right side, as well as your special tricks and your competition mission things, which you can tell what the names are and all. So, a lot of them are locked right now, but you can see the gist of it, you know. Get the yellow thingies, Adrenalin packs. The Mexican. Find a way to get a medal out of the cactus. Beat out of them, which is there's tokens in the bouncers, the enemies. You destroy them and get the tokens. And now there's also these things. In every level, there is a specific thing you have to do. And for this level, it is destroying surveillance cameras. So we have to find 10 surveillance cameras and destroy them. And you also saw the score thing, right? Combo isn't too big, 30,000 points. But 200,000 points just to get one medal. It varies how many medals you get from doing this shit, but for the most part, you'll be at this for a while. And not only that, but getting these surveillance cameras is a pain in the ass. You can either like bash into them with the awkwardness of the attacking, or you can wall right into them if you can. And yeah, the attacking. I'll get into it when it becomes more of a problem, but trust me, that attacking shit we did before, the whole fighting mechanic, it's not as good as you think it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and, you know, get ourselves some score going on, get our combo. We need to go ahead and get 30,000 combo points, so let's go ahead and do that. And comboing in this game is extremely easy. In fact, I would say it's easier than pretty much every skating game I've ever done so far. There is no reverts, but you can manual after the ramp. And you can manual while landing sideways, so you can't bail sideways. That's nice. But yes, there's also a map here which isn't very useful. But we have completed the combo, so that's neat. So now we have to go and collect 300,000 points, which is a high score according to this game. Pretty big score. I mean, you don't get that kind of score anywhere else except for like Pro Skater 5 because of how utterly easy getting a score is there. I mean, that game is just stupid with the whole scoring thing. This, though, bit much. 300,000 points is a bit much, but luckily, getting a score and a big combo and such isn't as hard as you think it is. There's a lot of ways to get score. Now, you do know that you have the health, you know, the hearts there, and that is basically the entire roundabout of downtown. There's not much else to it. But yes, you see all these cars? They're obstacles, and you might be thinking if we touch these cars, we'll take a shit ton of damage, that we will get hurt, that we will get fucked. Also, even though it's extremely easy to get score, you can see that the combos aren't doing much. But yes, I bailed, and all of my score, well, our whole entire combo is gone. You also can't sketch on these vehicles. There's no point in doing so anyway. But yes, notice that I hit that motherfucker and I didn't take a single bit of damage. Yes, you are invincible when it comes to cars. So take care of your freaking score, no problem. And they're a pain in the ass and they're faster than you at times. And not only that, but they're just pains in the fucking ass and they're everywhere on the road, which is what you'll mostly be. So you're gonna be at this for a bit, getting fucked a bit, and you will bail too. which you'll just fly about. But you don't lose health. You lose health from the enemies, the bouncers and such. Which, have you noticed that as I'm going around this entire place, there's no bouncers? There are some robots around here, but they're not enemies. You can hit them if you want, but all they're for are a score. They're not there to be destroyed. So where are the bouncers then? Here's the thing. The bouncers only appear in missions. Yes, the enemies in the game, the whole entire purpose of the fire mechanic, they're all locked behind the missions. So we can't grab the enemy tokens until we start doing specific missions. Sadly, there's not many missions where we fight bouncers or any other kind of enemies, so you'll kind of be going around grinding. By the way, we have the Misty Flip, which we got for doing the first mission. And combos of, like, doing these specials are very nice if you can do it right. There is a bit of delay, and it's not that great. But there is something bad about the specials and such. As you saw, I landed sideways, I'm fine. There's a thing that's bad about the specials that I don't go right into until later on, so I won't go too depth into it. Like, I won't get too in-depth about it. But for the most part, scoring is a fuck ton easier than you think it is right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright? It's a joke, really, how easy it is. You'll get through the side missions of the score shit no problem, really. Except for one thing. You'll see it soon. You'll see it in this part, actually. But it's a bit of a dick move. Anyway, there's also the fact that we have to collect all these Adrenalin packs, which is honestly the real challenge of this game. The main missions are not that hard, but the fucking side shit, getting the collectibles, doing the shit, and also the fucking cactus. All this shit is so much more harder than the fucking main game. And the worst part is I have not found a single walkthrough on this game. Oh, there's a few videos of this game around if you search for all 3 titles this game is under. But Skate Attack only has 2 gameplay videos and that's it. Skate, City, bullshit, whatever, the other 2 titles, the other 2 versions, the PSP and all that, they don't have much either. They have like maybe a 1-2 Let's Plays and such, but otherwise, there's not much. There's really not that much. And I have not found a single guide. Oh, by the way, keep cool, which is just, you have to keep the mercury low by doing grinds and manuals. I don't get it either, but basically keep that bar to the very bottom by doing grinds and manuals. It should be fun the entire time. This is another one though where it gets kind of weird, in which what you're supposed to do is actually get a big combo. Yes, you're actually supposed to get score in this one. You see, there are a few requirements for every mission. They're different for the whole medal thing. There's time, how fast you were. There's score, how many points you actually acquired. And there's a few other things, like miscellaneous things. But for the most part, you'll be mainly doing either time-based or score-based in order to get your free medals. And again, what the requirements are, they don't ever tell you until you restart the thing and they give you like a result screen of your score and what you need. So 20,000 points is actually fine. That's a free medal thing right there. And in case you're wondering, I go exploring so much that honestly, you'll be better off if I just, you know, go ahead and fucking jump cut a lot. By the way, I did another side mission. I got the Adrenalin packs of 50. You have to get 5 or 10, and then you have to get 50, and then you have to get all 200. That's basically the requirements of this little challenge with the Adrenalin packs. And by the way, the cactus, I'm gonna play a game with you. Try and figure out how you're supposed to get the metal out of the cactus. I want you to try and put some underground knowledge into this if you can. I want you to try and figure this shit out if you have not played the game before. If you have, you already know why this is some bullshit. But just think about it, because guess what? I spent hours on the fucking cactus. And I want you to try and figure the fuck out what you're supposed to do there. If you can figure it out right now, without looking up anything, even though there's nothing you can really find on this shit, if you can figure this shit out in this one video right now, I'll be amazed. Because I'm telling you right now, you are not gonna fucking figure it out. You'll notice, you'll know next part, not this part, next part you'll find out. But this part? No. We don't get to deal with the cactus. Oh, I have plenty of footage. I have hours of footage of me grinding, jumping, doing all sorts of shit with that cactus. That fucking thing doesn't go down. The hat doesn't do anything. How you get the metal out of the cactus? How you get the metal out of that fucking sombrero hat? You'll find out next part. But right now, let's focus on getting ourselves some more medals, because we need to get all 200 Adrenalin packs. And, well, this is 100%. I always go for 100%, so we might as well go ahead and do this, right? So, we will be going around doing a lot of exploration, including being on certain buildings and such. And this game is kind of generous with the whole exploration thing, as you can actually get into areas you're not actually supposed to be on. Yeah, you can actually see untextured buildings, the tops of the roofs and shit. You can also see the void outside of a lot of these buildings. You can see outside that shit no problem. You can even go touch the blimp above you. There's a blimp right above in the sky, very high up, that you normally can't get to. You can touch that. How? Again, next part. There's a lot of shit this game does not ever explain to you, and in fact the game actually throws shit at you in this level alone. Since I'm doing this mainly blind, you will see that once you see what this game is actually hiding, it's bullshit, really. But yes, as you can see, I'm doing a fairly decent job getting all these Adrenalin packs. I already got 100, so that's nice. But here's another bad news. I am not getting all 200. I want you to try and figure out why. Because this is another thing. Like the cactus, you want to figure it out, but unlike the cactus, I'm not actually going to get all 200 next part either. Oh, I'll get a few more, don't worry. But I'm not gonna get all of them until after I am done with the third referee. After I get the fucking medal completed. Keep note of that, okay? Keep note of that, because that is foreshadowing you to how bullshit this is all gonna be. Because this game is bullshit, okay? There's a lot of stupid, unfair, dumb fucking shit this game pulls on you. And the very fact that there was no guide I could ever find in this game made it even worse for me. I was ranting on many places, going, "What the fuck do you do? And where the fuck is this shit? And all sorts of angry, fucking bumbling madness coming out of me. I wanted to break the fucking game disc. That is how much this game fucked with me. And you know what the worst part is? It has some Dio vibes of bullshit. One-off bullshit. There's a lot of it. There's so much one-off bullshit, and you're going to see one of them in literally this level. But not this part, and not next part. The part after, when I beat Referee 3. Yeah, that's when I'll find the last remaining of these Adrenalin packs. Again, if you played the game before, and you've done this, you know what I'm talking about, and you know why I got so angry. You know why I'm not really going to have you be happy or looking forward to it for the most part. Why I want you to be prepared to be very disappointed in this game for this. Because, as far as I know, the other two ports of this game, the Wii and the PSP, they're the exact same game. They're literally the exact same game with a different fucking logo and title. I'm not joking with you. There has been no improvements on this game. If you have the PSP or the Wii version of this game, congratulations, this is the same shit. Unless there is some sort of difference I don't know about, this is the same exact game. But this is the original game, okay? This is the original release, the PS2 release. So, I'm playing the original one. I'm not going to be playing the PPSSPP one on that emulator. I'm not playing that one. And I'm not getting on Dolphin to play the fucking Wii version, okay? Oh, by the way, try to escape the level. No exit. You're not allowed to. You have no option. It's there, but it's just there to give you that little cutscene. Nice. It has 160 Adrenalins. How nice. 160 Adrenalin packs. And let's just say that there is a lot of exploration to go for. You'll be looking around for a long time looking for this shit. They scouted this shit well. They hit this shit well. It's actually kind of difficult to find this shit without, like, spending a whole lot of time on it. And if you have no guide, then it's even worse, because you're going to try and find this shit blind when you have no idea on their locations. And again, this level, it doesn't get worse after this. It actually gets easier, but yes, I already did all of the I did all the cameras, which you already know their locations now, so that's nice. And I'm getting very close to getting all the shit now. There's not much left. And I already got the score thing done too, so that is 600,000 points. So what's our big high score? 1 million. Usually, 1 million is a fucking feat. It is usually the big, ultimate goal at the end of the game. This game though, nah, it's just on the side. They get much bigger later on. Oh, by the way, there is a fucking thing for wall riding. Yeah, you thought the tutorial would tell you everything? Nah, the fucking missions tell you to do the same shit, really. Except for this one, you wall ride posters. But you already know how to wall ride, right? It's pretty simple, honestly. Everyone knows how to wall ride. You press R1. You press the grind button. I mean, I wish it was the triangle button, yeah, but again, you gotta get used to how this game is gonna control, and the R1 button is your grind button, so get used to it. And this was time too. There are 100 medals every level, so for the most part, there's actually 300 game medals in the entire game. 300. That's a lot. And yes, we now have to get 2,500 points. And it tells you how to do flips and grabs. How to do them in a combo. Now, you're thinking this is a score thing, because I thought that too. I thought I have to get a huge score to get this. No, actually, it's the opposite. This is a timed one. How do I know this? It tells you, but how would you figure that out? You don't. That's what fucks you. Oh, and by the way, this is where you might notice you're kind of fucked over a bit. Because you went ahead and did that mission, the 2,500 score thing, and then you notice that your score is now at 0. Like, in every mission at 0, but you notice that after the mission that's at 0, you have to go and get all those points back again to get to your 1 million. So, there are actually some missions where they remove your score completely. So, if you didn't go and do that side mission for the 1,000,000 points, yeah, you have to go ahead and get all those points again. Oh, by the way, we now have a new character, who is basically a reskin! It's a reskin of the chick! And this is a new character. Has different stats too. You can unlock this character. I have no words, honestly. And yeah, the whole point of this is to follow her, which is basically learning how to get out of a pipe and how to jump. No, this is not a joke. Yes, you literally have to go and do something a bit more challenging. I mean, grinding and jumping, oh, that's a fucking challenge right there. Like, yes, tell me to press the X button to jump. I am too stupid to know that already, obviously. Anyway, there you go, that's follow me. That's the entire goal. And it tells you with the adrenaline too. Okay. You probably went for the tutorial first, like me. And if you didn't, I guess it's good for anyone not playing the fucking tutorial before this. But still, this is fucking silly. You have to admit that. And another new character. This is MD3. It's a drone. It's a drone of our mentor, Hippie. And he only appears in very few missions, so you won't even remember his name. But his name is MD3. And he wants you to collect this package that's just on the side of the sun and to follow him. So let's go ahead and do that. I bet this one's timed. And as you continue to follow him, eventually it will tell you to hurry up. Yeah. Now, there's something special about this one. You'll find out soon, but get ready for this cutscene. It's a good one. Good job, hero. So yes, we can now fight the actual robots who will do damage to us, but because of the whole air thing, they're a fucking joke. Every enemy is a joke. I'm not joking. All you have to do is jump up in the air and just keep pounding the shit out of them in the air and you win. And then you can grab all the medals. And yeah, this is a score one. 50,000 points. Yeah. Again, they never tell you this shit until you go and choose the level after completing it. You know, game, you could just put it on the fucking screen for me. Somewhere, maybe in the bottom right. There's some room there. Oh, by the way, if you continue doing this combo, it'll tell you to keep skating this time. It tells you to hurry up if you're not doing a combo. But if you are doing a combo, it tells you to keep skating. That's a neat, cute little difference. And because of that combo, that means I've already got enough points to go ahead and get myself a free medal. Also, the attacking is awkward because I'm doing the same thing I did before, but now it's acting all finicky and not doing it correctly. The fighting sucks in this game, and you'll be at it for a while. It sucks. It really does suck. But there you go. So that's that mission done, and as you can see there are a few medals around here, but they disappear after a while, so yeah, after a short while disappear, and you have to go and just go ahead and find some more enemies to fight and get them back. Now here comes car hopping. Here's Hippie with his absolutely amazing entrance, I will admit this, who is here to give us the laser. Why didn't he give us this before? I have no idea, but the laser is this weird fucking thing that we can use to fly. You're thinking this is to use on the hat. Half right. You're half right. This is useful to getting that fucking cactus done. It's also useful for getting onto cars. This is our way of sketching this game. You don't sketch on the back of them, you sketch right on top of the fucking car. Is this useful? No. Using them on cars is actually pretty much pointless. But it's the other reasons why you need this laser that's important. You'll find out later. But yeah, as you can see, we have to go and find 5 cars to sketch on. We can't just sketch on any car and be done. No, it has to be specific random cars. And we can just, you know, cancel this shit, jump out of it. The slow-mo helps. But yeah, you're timed in this one. So, you have to go and find and get on all 5 cars in 41 seconds. The first car is the easiest, but afterwards, no. And I know you noticed that the music just, you know, had an abrupt cut there. Yeah, this took me multiple tries. There are going to be multiple missions where it takes me more than one try, one retry. And honestly, do you really want to see me spend a lot of time doing the same shit over and over again just so I can complete one fucking mission? No. No, you don't. Don't you be fucking telling me that you want to. Because you don't. I know you don't. And I just completed it with 1 second remaining. It's very strict. And by the way, it's the last mission. I know it's not too much, not too long. But again, it's everything else in between that made this long. If I just went ahead and bum rushed through the missions, I could possibly complete this in like 10 minutes or so. But if you're going for 100%, get all these collectibles and shit, it's gonna take you a long time. So, what do you propose this one's gonna be all about? Huh? What are the requirements for the last mission? Which has one more new enemy, who does not give you tokens, by the way. V-Rats, that are deployed by the Ranger, who also does not give you tokens. Well, you can destroy quite a number of V-Rats, and it actually has a counter for that. And the V-Rats can activate these balls, which will hurt you. So you're probably, you know, saying, oh, so the requirement is to destroy this many V-Rats while getting 50,000 points. Because the V-Rats give you 100 points every time and count as a combo, so you will make a shit ton of points while doing this. And there's so many being deployed down that you can just keep at it until you get like 50 fucking V-Rats destroyed and you get your free medal, right? I thought that. I thought destroying the V-Rats would actually help me get free medals. It looks like it. It looks like that's a requirement. I'm gonna say it right now. It's not. You want to know what the requirement is for this mission? In order to complete it, you need 50,000 points. Okay? In order to just complete the fucking level, complete the mission, 50,000 points. That gives you maybe 1 medal. A little bit more gives you 2 medals. The actual score you need to complete the level is... Well, actually, there is no score. I fucking trolled you. It's actually timed. You have to beat this shit in 1 minute. So, here's how you should go for it. Begin the first bit, gain a big fucking combo while taking care of the force field, okay? Then, when you get over there, go ahead, and if you have at least half the points required, or if you're able to get all the points required, complete the fucking mission. Get you 50,000 points real quickly. You don't have to destroy the VRATs. They help, but they're not required to get the points. Get that shit done in a minute. It's not easy. It requires quite a combo. But if you can do it, then you did it. And guess what? If you... Here's the thing. You get a specific colored part of the medal. If you have only 1 medal and 1 gold, you get a bronze. 2 medals and 1 gold gives you a silver. And if you have completed all missions with 3 freaking medals, you get a gold. And also, the referee will get fucked over by Virus over here for being shit. Because, you know, the challenges were not hard. That's quite a scream. Everyone's screaming really, like, distraughtly and shit. And that was weird, wasn't it? I don't know why that happened. But yes, Referee 2 is now available. And I'll be doing him next time in part 2. Yeah. So we have a lot to do. And we'll be doing it next time. See you then.